Yeah. Listen. Last week, Bobby Brown sat down for an interview, but it really only scratched the surface. Anything you've seen thus far has only scratched the surface of the heartbreak and the scandal and the struggle he has lived through, and he shares it all in his new book, Every Little Step. Joining us right now, please welcome Bobby Brown.
Thank you.
You know, this memoir is something else, man. You talking about everything: your career, drugs, sexual encounters, the passing of Whitney and your daughter.
Yeah.
Why now? What did this do to you in order to do this for you?
Well, I don't think I could have did it 10 years ago. I think just living through everything I've been through and trying to move forward in life, I had to get it all out. I had to get all the cobwebs out, everything that, you know, bothered me,
right,
that was heavy on my heart, heavy on my soul. So I decided, you know, why not just sit down and get it all out, right, so that I could move on with life.
In the book, you talk about a lot of different things. I'm going to go a little bit off my question just because a lot of people are, you talk a lot about other people as well and what they went through, and some people are mad at you for that. What is your response to that? Some people are mad that you wrote such candid things about other people.
Well, I don't think I wrote about other people. I think when you read the book, you'll notice that I speak only from my point of view, only from what I've experienced and only from what I've been through. You really have to read the book in order to read through the whole book, and you really see that out of everything that I've been through, this is how I became the man that I've become today. To be able to be the father that I am to 6 other children, other than my daughter that passed. To be a better man, I had to get it all, like I just said, I had to get it all out.
One of the things that you talk about is that you became good friends with Michael Jackson.
Yes.
What is one of the what are some of the misconceptions that people might have about him?
Well, he was a girl watcher. Michael was a real heavy girl watcher.
Really?
And it was yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like really hard.
Yeah.
Though, you know, but he was just a great guy. You know, all in all, a great guy. You know, I loved being around him. Sometimes he was scared, and he would call me like he thought I was tough because I wasn't scared of being in the public. I wasn't scared of being around people, and that's one thing I loved about him. You know.
Very early on in the book, you share something that I don't think you've ever shared before, pretty traumatic moment. You were actually in local social services sponsored by a Catholic church because I believe your mother had been arrested at the time, so you were at the social services, and you said, one of the priests who worked with the children brought me into a room. To my utter shock, he tried to touch my privates, among other things. I punched him really hard in his head and ran away from him. How long before you told your parents about this?
It took a good long time. But
how old were you?
I was about 9 or 10, and but it took a minute because I felt I was supposed to be at a place where they were supposed to take care of me, and that I was supposed to trust these people, and I didn't know how to tell my mother that this happened. I didn't know how to tell anybody that it happened.
Did you think your mother wouldn't believe you?
No, I knew she would believe me. I knew she would do something else. I knew she would.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
My mother would be nuts. She would have went nuts.
Most mothers would have.
Yeah. So I ended up telling my brother.
Oh, how did it change you, though?
How did it change me? I don't know how it changed me. I think I'm just getting over it. You know, by putting it in the book. I think that was the only way for me to get over it.
Did it make you more suspicious of authority figures, for example?
Yes, definitely.
Well, then,
definitely.
Yeah.
I want to say what did change you is New Edition.
Oh, yeah.
You know? What did change you was New Edition. You had hits like Candy Girl and Cool It Now. I love it. But you were also kicked out for being the bad boy of the group, and you talk about that in your book.
Yeah.
But that even catapulted you higher? Because you became a solo artist putting out every little Stape and Mike prerogative, but again, you were labeled the bad boy. And you know, we have bad boys in my generation, but you were the original bad boy. Preach to them and tell them how to do it right.
I think I was labeled the bad boy just because of my stage performance. My pelvic doesn't have a control mechanism.
Was on fleek.
I didn't have control over it, and the other guys didn't really like that too much because, you know, our formation is a certain way, but I just couldn't stay
It was more than just
focused.
your pelvic, though, because
I couldn't stay focused.
You partied and had a great time
I partied a lot.
as well.
I partied a lot in
What
my
would you
life.
say to some of those bad boys that are in my generation? For instance, I don't even want to say their name. You know some of
Okay.
those people.
What do
Are
I
they-
say to them?
Yeah, what do you say to them? You were the original.
Just be more confident in yourself, and you know, yeah, trouble's gonna find you. You don't have to go looking for it. You know what I'm saying?
Bobby, we knew you from, like, that's where you bust on the scene. We all remember these videos and the outfits. Really amazing. But
Okay.
sadly, like, the beginning of New Edition started for a really tragic reason because of one of your friends.
Yeah, a friend of mine, my best friend, Jimmy Flint, God rest his soul, passed away. Well, he was murdered in the projects when I had just come back from Alabama after my grandmother had passed, and once I got back, the same day that I got back from grieving from my grandmother, my best friend dies. So it was just like grieve, 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 grieve. And it seems like it's been that way for a long time for me. You know, I tend to get better after tragedy for some strange reason, and I just hope I don't have to go through any more.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's enough. Enough is enough.
It traumatizes you,
Yes,
probably.
yeah.
And you know, Bobby,
Forces you to change.
one of the things that you do put to rest is the rumors that you started Whitney on drugs.
Uh-huh.
That rumor has followed you forever, and you have said forever, no,
Yeah.
no. So do you think people will hear it this time? You think they get it this time?
I mean, I don't even think it makes a difference who started who. You know, we both had a problem, and when you have a problem, you have to learn how to deal with it. You have to deal with it quickly, and it takes every day to deal with it. I go through it every day. I'm still in recovery.
Right.
I mean, it's been 12 years, but I'm still in recovery. I've been clean from narcotics for 12 years, but still in recovery because it doesn't stop. It doesn't end.
What doesn't end? The desire?
The disease.
Yeah.
It doesn't leave you.
Yeah.
You have to work on it every day, just like you have to work on yourself every day. But when you have this disease, you have to work on that every day of your life.
Yeah. Because anything can
trigger.
trigger it.
Yeah.
And we always look for the trigger, so we got to fight the
You
trigger.
got to fight the trigger.
You know. When we come back, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. When we come back, we're going to talk about the family. We'll be right back. That, of course, was Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston proving to the world that they had something in common.
Can we talk about that relationship a little bit? Because I heard that she was the one who made the first move.
Yes. We was at the Soul Train Music Awards, and
It's always that soul train.
everything happens there. I was sitting in the front, and the Winans were sitting right behind me, and she came over to speak to them, and she just kept bumping into me. So I turned around, and I was like, you know, you keep bumping into me. She was like, I know. So from that point on, I was just like, oh, she's got something. She's got something I like, and
How was
we
the
just
relationship?
clicked from there.
How was the relationship? Was she the one? Was she like, this is what's going to happen right
It was
now?
a wonderful, wonderful 14 years of marriage with her. Every moment was just beautiful. Every moment was different, and it was. I don't know. I'll always hold her in my heart. That's for sure.
Bobby, one thing that comes up is you talk about how drugs played a part in the relationship, a sad part of it. Did you guys ever discuss together getting help?
Definitely. I mean, it was always a part of, you know, the ritual of getting high is wanting to stop. So we talked about it often.
I know since the book has come out and you had that interview with Robin Roberts last week, Whitney's mom, Sissy Houston, has had a few things to say, and I want to read just part of this quote. She says, "Whether I would have chosen Bobby for my daughter's husband is not important. The choice was not mine to make. She loved him, and I believe him when he says he loved her. I only wish he had loved and respected her enough to make some of the negative statements about her and Chrissy while Whitney was alive and able to respond from her perspective. My problem with Bobby has always been that he became her husband, but not her helpmate or her protector." Is that a tough pill to swallow listening to that?
Not really tough. She's a mother that lost her daughter and her grandchild. I lost my ex-wife and my daughter. So we both have our feelings about what has occurred, what has happened, and I'm pretty sure she's in pain just like I'm in pain. But I don't take judgment against her or what she's feeling.
What about being labeled, though, that you were her husband but not her helpmate or protector?
That's pretty rough. I tried to protect as much as I possibly could, as long as I was there. But you really can't protect somebody when they don't want the help like you want the help.
That's right.
You know, I wanted help so bad that, you know, we went our separate ways. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her mom. I don't blame anybody for that. It was just, we just grew apart. And that's what it is.
You know, help has to come from both sides. As you said, everybody has to want to make it happen. But you know what? After, you know, your wife, Alicia.
Yes.
I believe she's sitting right there.
Yeah, she's
Hey.
There's a little bun in the oven.
And I can't believe this is you're going to have a 7th child in a few weeks.
Yes, yes.
Close my knees up. So, those are some swimming. Those are some swimming. You know. But listen, that's it. Oh, Lord. So, Father's Day is coming up. So now you've written this book. You see yourself a bit differently as you did perhaps before you wrote the book. What does fatherhood mean to you?
Woo. Fatherhood is everything to me. My kids mean everything to me. Just to have the better part of you, see it growing and see it learning and see it you know, blossoming. You know, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. And but this is gonna be my last one.
Sure. He said that 3 times.
No, she said it, and I believe it. You know. I mean, she told me, you know, if you don't get clipped, you know, then you know, we ain't having sex no more. So.
I love that she's also your manager,
Yes.
right? As well. How is that working and living with? How is that?
It gets difficult, you know. But when we're doing business, we take the wife and the husband hat off, and we do business, you know. But when it's you know, husband and wife, we take care of our business there too. But you
How
know,
was it for you?
It's great, yeah. You know, of course, like anything in life, in any relationship, you have your ups and downs and struggles, and we're both opinionated and creative, which is why we love what we do, but we're a team in the end, so it always works out well.
See the balance.
yeah.
Balance is everything.
Balance is everything. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not married, so I'm always out of balance. But I'm just saying, you know.
They always say compromise, which is such a horrible word to describe marriage, in my opinion. Compromise, like who needs it?
It is a lifetime compromise.
Either you're right or I'm right.
Yeah.
Or shockingly, you both can be right. You got to figure it out anyway.
Preach.
There you go. Yeah, that's why I'm not married, though. See? That's why I can see these things from a distance. And not have to be in it.
She's always right.
My new therapist.
That's right. I have to tell you, you need to read this book. It's eye-opening. It will make you laugh. It will make you cry. It'll piss you off. It is amazing. Thank you, Barbie Brown, for
Thank
coming
you
in.
so
Members
much.
of our
Thank you
studio
so much.
audience, you lucky folks, you're getting a copy of his new book, Every Little Step. And we, of course, will be right back.